We are live, Noia, Foyaxia. We are back. Tifui pumone pesnese atau online korata savia to all our viewers as koinanga hansi singa as uh, viewers, our followers. Foyaxia now our this is another weekend. We are back. Thank you for joining us. If you join us tonight or if you watch the replay, please drop it in the comments where you're joining us from. And welcome back for Yaksena Osawa. I know it's tough to stay on schedule. We're slightly late. We are back. This week we are back with all our business partners. This week is another week, series 4 of our 7 series. You are back, and that means you are meant to be in this business, ne? But if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Feel free to ask any questions if you want to. Tonight, I am our host, the host for the night. Ato asa Lili, ato fata faneo enafa. I'll go ahead and introduce myself. To fata faneo enafa, to hante hen fiti hen elau. Hansi singa leheon. I'm number 2 of 6. Ato background to nursing. Ngo ngare fatness for fulahun mafol an ihite ngonoh lang ri for vese ato venta retire a uoma ato venta fani mereke omuro utum si mereke an ihite kamat business te for vese ela po the 1 year anniversary almost ne ngoma lehe wo le fahit lehen het tonight I'll be our host, Mom. Before we dive into our program for tonight, we change some things. So we'll go first to our frequently asked question for the night before my business partners will share their talking points. My point is, our question is right there. Do I need my own products or customers? That is one question. Maybe it's worded different ka. Or you're feeling business ka. Business test re, They are online, yes. Ka test the irtung ek, or what are they doing? What are their products? Masita our customers. Well, if you are listening, we hope you become one of our customers. Ne? But to answer the question, do I need my own products or customers? No. Ne? The platform, it partners with different companies that handles the inventory through international fulfillment. If you join, you'll be trained in attraction marketing to attract leads without bothering or spamming anybody. But yes, the product is provided by the company that we are partnered with. But once you decide to join, you will be the customer. Short and sweet, ne? Is tiang wala confuse as viewers, as followers, but that's just short and simple. But that's our frequently asked question for Yaxia. Our will go straight into the week's topic. Series 4 tonight. As topic questions that could change your future. Whoever is doing the first one, introduce Emma, go straight into your sharing for the night. Fayaxia.
Noia, tinenga chato koa, re haharongi, niafo se om, and kill se om, e aswate I. It's a privilege to come back on again. And like the girl said, we open our 2-month store every Saturday between 6 and 7, or 6 to 6:30 and 7 to 7:30. So yes, it's a privilege, and we're happy. I'm so happy to come back on and and share more views about what I'm doing or what this business is about. Okay, Otoasa, Ali Sabrina Taito. Ngo Henry Tome atu fata fane malhaha hap mafau, sorry. And atu hunter hen is saulei ma notao. Ngo, I'm retired civil servant ngangaru sa Ministry of Health e machne ala dental therapist. Ngaru ma ela fau follow mahek 33 and a half years actually. Ngaru a civil service mango retire at the age of 55 2021. Ma hulum senihete, it's 5 years since my retirement. No, but I have 2 daughters. The older daughter has 4 children, and the younger one has 2. So I have 6 grandchildren. And I live in Suva. I'm also a widow. And I found this business last year in November. It's about 8 months now. But before I hopped on to the business, before I became a business owner, or before I invested money into this business for my own business, I was following it. Was following this business, digital business online for about 2 years. And I made my research, I asked questions, and I was ready, and I believe that the business is real. It's a legitimate business. I like how what this business can bring me in the future in terms of financial opportunities. And this business is very real, and that's what I want to tell you today. And thank you for listening. We'll see me again in the next round. Foyaxia. Okay, sorry. Shall I go ahead? Okay. Excuse me. All right. Okay, let's go back again to the theme of this today's Go Live. The theme is questions that could change your future. Okay, my talking point is number 1. And the question is, my talking point is, what is costing us more than we realize by waiting? I'll read that again. What is costing us more? What is costing us more than we realize by waiting? Okay. Waiting doesn't just cost us time. Not only does it cost us time, it can cost us opportunities. Yeah, opportunities that can never come back again. Yeah. And if you found this opportunity now, and if you hear us every now and again, we come and we spread the word about our business. And if you are lucky if you like it, and then you move forward to becoming a business owner like us. But if you refuse to get on board, you refuse to start, although you know what we're talking about, then you lose your opportunity. Yeah, people, your friends, families would have already started and gone along with their business, but you are still stuck there. You're still in that same spot. And in years to come, you will look back and you'll say, man, I wished I had started when those people started. While your friends and maybe relatives have moved on and are successful, but you are still sitting here and you're wondering what happened to you. So that's what we mean by missed opportunities. Now, waiting can also cost your confidence. The longer you delay, the harder it becomes, to take the first step. That is very true. The longer you keep saying, no, I'm not going to start. I wait some more, wait for next month, wait for the next year. That waiting will never come, my friend. You will keep waiting and waiting, and you'll never have the courage to begin, to start it. So take heed of the advices that we are giving regarding the business. My other point is the waiting can cost you valuable learning, values that you learn regarding the business, how to make your business successful. You lose all that. Because why? Because you don't want to learn. You don't want to get on board. So every day that you postpone the idea is another day that you are losing building new skills. You lose that opportunity. Now, waiting can also cost income potential. We can't earn from something we've never started. Yeah, that is very true. Ella, wait. You Ella, yeah, okay, maybe I will be when I'm ready, and then I will start. No, you lose the chance to make more money for yourself, to make more income for you and your family. Waiting can also cost you options. The earlier you begin, the more choices you have or you create for your future. Now, my last 2 points are waiting can also cause us peace of mind. Yeah, the regrets, the hurt. Yeah, like I said, when your friends hop on the business and they're gone along with the business, they become successful. You still down there, you still down the ladder. Yeah? And that brings regrets. It brings a lot of sadness, brings a lot of stress to you. Now, my very last point is waiting can become a habit. If you are in the habit of saying, oh, ngolare, next month, I'll do it next year. Like we say, when the more you delay, you will never ever start. There's never a proper time. So, and becomes a habitual thing. You keep postponing it. Eh? There'll never be a time for that. So we keep telling ourselves, I do it next week or next month or next year. Years come and go. You are still in the same spot. My key message to you today, the perfect time rarely comes, rarely arrives. Yeah? Like I said, every time we're harping on it, there's no perfect timing. Most people who create positive change didn't start because everything was perfect. No. They started because they decided that their future was worth acting on. Eh? They put a lot of value into their decision. They know that, okay, I'm going to hop on this business, I'm going to start my own business, become a business owner, will learn the training, and in the future, I make myself happy, I make my family happy. Why? Because you bring a lot of opportunities for yourself. Yeah? So here's my question for you. What have you been waiting to start? If you knew that waiting was costing you more than you realized, would you make a different decision today? Your future is shaped by the choices you make now, not by the ones that you keep postponing. For Yaxia Hanisi, and if you like the message that I've delivered and you feel you want to know more, Sabrina's website is just below the photo. Okay, you can see my website there, www.sebs-online.com. For Yaxia Hanisi, just free sign up and I'll be happy to help you with more information. For Yaxia, and have a good evening. Back to the host.
Ayaksa Seb, Mausafoivia. In other words, every choice we make today will shape your future, the future that you live, that will live tomorrow. So don't, like Sabrina said, don't wait for too long, because there's a saying, time and tide waits for no man, right? Fayaxia Seb, Osafoivia, her website is right there. Sabrina, not, I mean, if you want to join her journey, that's her website, ne? And yeah, she's single, man. You know, the website can Payaksam is
Now
what
she's
not.
a widow. She's looking for somebody. Joking.
Awito ilana se the one who's going to introduce herself next with the second talking point, where the most Sisanta Rachel, Payaksha.
Payaksia, Payaksia Lily. What you say, all our viewers this evening, Atuasa Richeli, Mohendi Mutusa, no Inos, ma Lihi Fall, ma Mo Kata Ngarwera, mo Nohlangri, ma Rana to Pisnista, ma Mo Fold, ma Hol Sios, Pisnista. Muafo mengopo ma represnesta ma hoipuang ma hinsisiang noai mate mantiu. Okay, we on series 4, eh? So the question is questions that could change your future. And so, you know, I'm so grateful that to have this opportunity to share this topic, because I believe it's a question many of us can relate to. And my talking point tonight is why do smart people still miss good opportunities? When we think of smart people, we often think of people who are educated and hardworking and responsible and caring. You know, people who work hard to provide for their families, people who try to make wise decisions, and you know, people who genuinely want the best for those they love. So why do so many smart and capable people still miss opportunities that could positively impact their lives or their family's future? And you know, from what I observe, I don't think it's because they lack intelligence. I believe it often comes down to three simple points, simple things I'll explain. The first is smart people often overthink. You know, we want to analyze every detail. We want every question answered. We want certainly, you know, before taking the first step. But the reality is many worthwhile opportunities require both wisdom and action. And if we wait until everything feels perfect, like what Sabrina has mentioned, we may find ourselves waiting forever. And while we're busy overthinking, life continues to move forward. Ato pointitan rue, the second, fear of what others might think. Many smart people value their reputation. You know, sometimes we're afraid of making a mistake, afraid of failing, or worried about what friends or what family or others might say. As a result, we stay where life feels familiar. Not necessarily because it's helping us grow, but because it feels comfortable. And my third point is, you know, we mistake the familiar for the safest option. Many of us were raised to believe that if we worked hard and stayed loyal to one job, everything would eventually work out. There's absolutely nothing wrong with working hard. In fact, hard work is something to be proud of. But today's world has changed. The cost of living continues to rise. Um, Life is becoming more expensive, and relying on just one source of income may not provide the same sense of security it once did. And that doesn't mean we stop working hard. It simply means we remain open to learning new skills and exploring new opportunities that can help strengthen our future. I know this because I've experienced it myself. Uh, when I first looked into building an online business, I had many of those same doubts. As a stay-at-home mom, I didn't come from a corporate background, and the digital world felt completely unfamiliar. I could have allowed fear and overthinking to stop me before I even began. But instead, I chose to ask questions, I chose to learn, and I chose to grow and to take one small step at a time. And through that journey, I came to realize that being smart isn't about having all the answers. It's about being willing to keep learning, staying open to new possibilities, and recognizing when a new door may be opening for your family's future. I've also learned that that growth doesn't happen because we know everything. Growth happens because we're willing to take that first step, even while we're still learning. So, to all our viewers, if you're watching tonight and you've been researching, you've been thinking, you've been praying, or waiting for the perfect time, I would simply encourage you not to let overthinking stop you from exploring what could become a meaningful opportunity for your future. You don't have to know everything before you begin. You simply need to be willing to learn and ask questions and take that first step, because sometimes the opportunity that changes your future isn't the one with all the guarantees, né? So it's the one you had the courage to explore. uh, I'd like to thank you all for listening, and God bless you all. Back to Lieta.
Fayaxia Rachel, Rachel's website. I mean, at the end, you'll see Rachel's website if you want to follow Rachel's journey. Mataan website tataa, and Fayaxia Rachel. That's a good nuggets you shared. Andring is all the smart ones are the ones who like to complicate things, ne? Instead of just going with the flow. We like to make things difficult for ourselves, ne? And that's just human phenomenon, ne? Poe isa hey, we know it all, ne? Yeah, or I'm very successful in education and in my profession. Those are some of the hinders in making decisions aside from our current jobs or our current career. Rachel, before we move on to our next panelist, Gopa acknowledge we have two viewers making comments on our live, and one is Atu Shanghen Mafota Ale Faith. If you're still online for Yaxia, I know she is one of my biggest supporters, and I pray one day she'll be one of my customer. For Yaxia Faith, now our tenengasaw join, comment. And Sikeli from England. Bula Sikeli, thank you. I know you joined us last week, Vinaka. And if you haven't joined the business, this is your time, Sikeli. You're coming back to us every week. So this platform is speaking to you. If you have been dragged to follow and comment, thank you for joining. We'll move on to our next panelist. And I know it will be Shishong Maple. Fayaxia, the floor is yours, Maple.
Thanks, Lily. No ese as viewers la lang ne pengte renli me de mereke ite de fiti foex na mushau la foem se omisa ho ki mea ma mis wafti po ereko pola sok am nek lelehet ne am kamat la pola taf se ousa la ne tam business ta ka tapama se teleleni amis inya ma amis rak ma inya ta amis rak ex o se la tini nga sao ma mua fere ko hensisiang liom ngat ke ho amis hoisowang la rak ex o sa at amis topic he der lang ne pengte at asa meipa ngo de fata henne de fata fine malhaha henda henne pepche ma ngo fupe vatokola ma ino se fani law ma ese lihe hek ma piong he liam me nihete ngono nga ru fak nesamo ka ngo kamat business te ma forwo foute wafti po reko hoipang ma hensi sang rutuam ma mis ngat kiao hoakim la fiang os fianga ka fiang tepe me fiang fifista pe kat sisiao me as fiang rutuma ma taona na mis ngat kiao hoakim la to strengthen our rutuma ne foyaxia ma rutek kepka atamis ato fiang rutuam ta kat fulelera punte ka la ngoesek la ngolarak ato topic ni mo singoa ma viang het ni mo singoa punte is staying comfortable. It is staying of syuhada yang tepe is staying comfortable keeping us from growing. Is staying comfortable keeping us from growing. Our oi is we are comfortable where we at ma you don't want to do anything more than just stay where you are ne monsieur hete ngo hala sur se isa ne os ne aform se ami se lang ne punkte mo la sur hoaket mo mo ne ngola taisi auto point se la lang ne punkte ma yang tepe have you ever noticed how comfortable can sometimes become a place where we stop growing ne or where you are comfortable you just you are you don't want to do anything else because everything is good. That's what some people say. Oh, I'm good, I'm comfortable here, I'm not gonna move on. This is just good for me. But now, just don't get me wrong here. There's nothing wrong with being content and grateful for where you are. There's nothing wrong with that. We should always be thankful for God's blessings. But sometimes comfort can quietly convince us that we don't need to learn anything new or explore new possibilities because we are comfortable. And just think about it for a moment. Every skill we have today was once unfamiliar, and we learn it, without realizing that we have learned something that has taken us this far, something new. And there was a time when driving, even for me, when driving a car felt intimidating, right? And we had to learn that you had to get your driver's license. As scary as it is when you first start, but once you get comfortable and you've learned the skill, it becomes second nature again. So there, and there was a time when using a smartphone seemed confusing. I wasn't raised with a cell phone, and many of us here probably. And, having to own a phone was something great. A lot of kids now, they have a phone. But, when having to learn to use a phone is, it's something that can be confusing because you need to know how to use it. And also I can relate to my profession. I remember there were new things, procedures, technology that really felt overwhelming. Now, with the change of time, this technology, introduced IT all that we have to learn to be updated in, in our practice. But through that learning, through that practice and support, they became part of, my everyday work. And the same is true in many areas of life. And I'm sure whatever experiences you have learned something that you now is mastering. And whether it's learning to budget better, whether it's using technology, whether it's speaking in public, or understanding how an online business works, every new journey begins with feeling a little uncomfortable. Even starting this business, the question isn't whether we'll be uncomfortable. The question is whether we'll let that discomfort stop us from growing. Because sometimes when people become uncomfortable, then they start to question or start to doubt themselves and choose not to step forward. So I can say here that many opportunities are missed, not because people aren't capable, but because they tell themselves they are too old. They tell themselves, I'm not good with computers. And they tell themselves, I've never done anything like this before. And that's what I told myself to when I started this business. But what if those thoughts are simply signs that you are about to learn something new? Because now you're questioning, is this good enough for me? Is it something I can do? So I can say here that growth, it rarely happens inside our comfort zone. It happens when we become willing to ask questions, stay teachable, and take one step at a time. Like for me, joining this business wasn't something I had planned. I really wasn't looking for a business. um, it was outside my, it was totally outside my comfort zone. I had to learn new skills, understand digital business, and overcome many doubts. And I can say that, looking back, I'm grateful I didn't let, being uncomfortable stop me, because those new skills have opened doors and have given me, more options for the future. We always say once, there's so much more to learn and so much more to gain. And so tonight, I'd like to leave with you, this question. Is there something you've been avoiding because it feels uncomfortable? I'll say it again. Is there something you've been avoiding because it feels uncomfortable? And what might become possible if you gave yourself permission to just take one small step? Just that one small step. And so I like to end here by saying sometimes that one step is the beginning of a completely different future. Just that one step, because it totally compounds. One step leads to the next, and before you know it, you realize that you have gone this far in your journey. And so that ends my topic on is staying comfortable keeping us from growing. Um, Stay tuned because we have so much more to share this evening, and I will give this over to the host.
Ayaksia, thank you, Mepa. Uh, I really like some of the points you shared. See, as viewers and our followers, if you've been listening, if you hear one of us post a question as part of our sharing, if you feel like you want to answer, drop the answer in the comments. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like for you. We want to interact with you also. Feel free, feel free. Every week we come, we don't just want to just talk. No. If you have something to share, or if you want to answer Maple's question, or Rachel, or usually most of our sharing will pose a question in between our sharing or at the end of our sharing. But feel free, feel free. And I like this question about staying comfortable, because sometimes you will never, no matter how much somebody say it to you, your comfort will always feel safe, but you will never know unless you try. Ne? And one thing I always like to say is, you will never win the lottery unless you play it. But like this business, no matter how much we come every week, explain, explain, but then you will never understand it unless you jump in and join us on this journey. Ne? Fayak siyang tamepa, and drop in the comments where you're watching us from, or the replay, or if you want to answer any of our questions that we posing during our, please feel free. Man, ihte mula nasi siyang tale Harrieta from the beaches of California. This is your time. Siyang Harrieta, introduce ma. Go ahead.
Pajaksia no Harrieta no otto höntä hene malhaha oina faitumuta te fata pane malha fapufa ngomale e fol ngare fak nesi fiti fo Romaon ngote e California fo hek mato famir af ngo afpo ngopo ma kai pua ma sensation e helau ni business ta amis ada kwai ko to hoi nyang amis hoi nyang ka iris hewa amis ko to hoi puang de lang business ta on helau hida ngo join ma fout we hier fout ma whole hif mo faxe whole on ngo break ma ko ta kamata ni ok hilau hidi tu ela sur ka ya hei pa break ma ho okim ka business ta non la ma lele fayak sia tu weang hida
Fayak go ahead.
This the job security really mean e auto ne ma pasio a very simple question. The question is that this the job security really mean e au het is inya ke no ka job security mon fongse ela mo ela ngarwele le ela ngarwe fi in si company si taut isia he me ela retire ma si utita kil si an I hete company restructure technology kama change AI the transforming industries ne ma world is moving very fast now compare si au het ne ma perhaps question in I tola should your future depend on just one paycheck and I famori rewi rakwe skill ma oi embrace technology ma create additional stream of income ne ikat ter si opportunity kair po susuna ira famori ravate ma oi te ma job he work still ends never ngarwe ma fo his vehe kair inyawe ati fo o surek me reisen hilau ma famori au me ke tati la hoi swang si armeur fakono honga la nono marei ta onan am excited la fenga kasi au sa business tu titi inke online business mateman ka faksi you becoming part ne community ne belief se growth rakte teamwork ma create more opportunities sangsia ne imagine connect ma lilia ne encourage ela dream bigger ma rakti for all digital skills ma is ngarwe towards our goal la improve us future no matter o background ni o falta ni mo experience ni tesi ela pos melara kita ma tini expert ada ko e kamatsi yo beginner ne tini family successful they just took a step their first step ma ispolare itu digital economy ni di auto it's growing ne very fast growing every day. It's polare more people they buying online, they working online. My build a business online. My question is inke whether the digital world will continue to grow. It already is. My question and la faxe, will you be part of it? Ma la join a team on fonksi elas ya easy learning, ela ya easy personal growth. Ela is exploring new opportunities. Ma surround my family ni belief ni success ela poe through your commitment or consistency ma hoiswanga is. Will it happen overnight? No. Ela say anything worthwhile, ne? Success. It takes effort. Patience, persistence. Every journey come out a single decision. No looking for an opportunity to grow, to develop new skills, explore this possibly today's digital world. This could be a moment. Matolo fear se fuok ya aya, ne doubt la hold you back. Or future shape choices ne la re I. Foi se misa na noka message teni nga sao inspire us. Ola pola reach out se misa la rak learn more ne pola sio na mo sio ne tete la right fit se ni ke. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep growing. Our greatest security kalpore job is di auto. Ela reke ability ela rakte, ela adapt, create opportunities wherever you are. See you next week. Paexia.
Fayaxia Shishanta Hareta. So, true security, what we have all realized is not relying on just one source of income. Ne? That's just in a nutshell. We have all realized that even the pension will not, with the cost of living, it's not enough. That's what we have realized. True security isn't relying just on one source of income. Payaksya manoka e pa-follow hareta ang website tataa at www.elonmusk. No, it's ether.com. Where Elon Musk? What? Food mo is Elon Musk. Fayaksya Hareta, that's her website. You can follow her, message her, and any question, you can call her on her WhatsApp. No kaya WhatsApp, you tala share sa inbox and messenger. Fayaksya, the last question, our last sharing for tonight, Mon Singoa. And at the Vianta, why is learning a new skill one of the safest investment? Ne? And I know there was some things I wanted to share at the singer. They've already shared. No need for me to reinvent that wheel, repeat, ne? But I think I will just share the two that I feel like, for me personally, ne? I realized that learning this new skill, a business, no one can take that away from me. What I have learned, ne? And that is something that can apply to anything, any new skill you learn. Nobody can take it away from you. Ne? Skills stay with you for life. And in this business, I realized, wow, even if I decide to leave, the skill that I have learned in this business for almost 1 year, nobody can take that away from me because I took the time to learn it. Ne? And I have realized that it gives me more option. Ne? Like it gives you that business mind that wow, there is so much that you learn here. You can do it elsewhere. Noka, you are somebody with a talent other than this online business. It's like you can use that to create money. Ne? That's something that I realized. Wow, learning this has made me realize there's other options out there that we can utilize. Ne? So a new skill leads to more new paths. Ne? So those are the two that I want to share. No one can take what I have learned, and it has made me realize there's other options. It has opened other new paths. Manoka Elet, following us, and you've been following our social media and reading our posts, Manoka hey, wow, I think I should give it a try. Like I said, you won't know unless you try. That's from us tonight. Noka late, anything else that they want to share? Our websites are right below our pictures. Feel free to contact anybody, or if you don't have any question, follow us on our Facebook, on our Instagram or LinkedIn or any social media you can find us. Follow. That's how you can learn more about the business. And that's our website that you can go straight and learn something more about us and the business. And if you want to join, that's your first step. Sign up onto that website. Put your name. Now ask a legit name and a good email. An email that we will send and it will come straight to you, ne? Not something that will go somewhere else. Or you can just message us, ne? Message us on Facebook. I know the whole world is on Facebook, ne? Message us on Facebook and we'll find a way, ne? Tell us why you want to join the business, and we will talk first before we move on to the next step, ne? So that's from us tonight. This is the virtual store. It's open, but the store is open 24/7. The live is open only tonight, once a week. Ne? We are never closed. We are 24/7. Ne? Unless we are sleeping. You leave a message. When we wake up, then we'll answer the message. But the virtual live is once a week. The store is 24/7, the business store. Ne? Thank you for your time. For yaksha now sao la afo si atom wrong the business na have a blessed weekend. He alili si as koinanga ma as konohang e fiti ma e rente. Make sure take time to enjoy life. Ne? Life is short, life is precious, and life is fragile. Take care. God bless, and see you all next week. Yaksha.